Those killed 24 years ago by Charles Manson and his followers was actress Sharon Tate. Her sister Patti Tate is calling for a boycott of all Geffen CDs and films and for the Guns N' Roses CD itself. She is in our Burbank newsroom this morning, and good morning to you, Patti.
Good morning.
Before we begin, it is important to note that we invited representatives from both Geffen Records and Guns N' Roses to appear with us this morning. They declined. However, they did furnish us with a written statement on the matter, and they said in part, "It's my opinion that the media are enjoying making a big deal out of Guns N' Roses covering a song that Charles Manson recorded. However, if another band had recorded that song, it probably wouldn't have been of interest." Would it have been of interest to you, Patti Tate, regardless of who recorded the song?
Oh, absolutely. It wouldn't make any difference who recorded it. It's still the same principle of what he's made Charles Manson out to be, which is a cult hero to these young kids, whether it was Axl or somebody else, just the same.
What effect do you think this song could have on young people?
Well, it's very frightening because you know, from what I've heard some young people speak about, you know, they think that Charles Manson is this really cool, weird guy, and this is what Axl Rose has allowed to happen. He's not a cool guy. He's a very terrible man, and these young kids don't really know what he did. They need to know.
Patti, in fact, it was in 1969. Many of these young people have no memory of exactly what Charles Manson did. Your sister was pregnant. She was stabbed many times. Do you think people just don't know the details? Are you trying to get out those details?
Yeah, the young kids don't know the details. They don't know what Charles Manson's all about. The killings are very heinous, but they have to remember what Charles Manson was about, and that was leading back in 1969 these young followers of his to their own demise by doing his dirty deeds. And they don't know that, and this whole cult thing that he had back in 1969 has come up again since the release of this song.
What impact has the boycott had so far?
Well, we haven't been able to come to any terms with Geffen Records. We plan to go on with the boycott. We've asked the law enforcement and victims groups, and we're asking the public to help us by writing Geffen Records, by faxing them. If you see someone on the street with a T-shirt of Manson, you know, let them know that this isn't right and this isn't cool. And hopefully we'll have an impact to where if another company comes up and does this with someone else, you know, maybe they'll think twice. I'm hoping that that's what it will do.
Patti, are you concerned that there could actually be a backlash? This is a group with a bad boy image. Are you concerned that in your effort to have a boycott, you could actually make the song more popular and cause more people to hear it?
Well, no, I don't think that I could do that, or I think that the way they came out with the song did that already. You know, they waited until the very last minute to let the public know that this song was even on this album. So they started this in the very beginning with the release of this song. When the album came out, I know I heard about it on a Sunday, and the album was released on a Tuesday. So they made the big splash. I don't think that anything I can do will make it any bigger than what they did. Hopefully, if this song doesn't get cut from the album, from the soundtrack, maybe we can make a difference by what may happen in the future for other people or myself.
Patti, finally, you've also worked to try to ensure that Manson and his followers stay in prison. Are you concerned that Manson could ever get out?
No, I'm not concerned that Manson can get out. I think, you know, me included and a lot of other people, you know, we would have liked to have forgotten about Manson. But however, you know, here he is in the limelight again. I don't worry about him getting out. He's proved himself to be much too unstable of a person and of a prisoner to ever do that. And you know, nobody really wants him out. I think the public would join me in saying that, you know, we don't want him out. We don't want him as our neighbor or out there to do what he did back in 1969.
Patti Tate, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.